Surrounded by mountains and dense forests, the green, fertile valleys of Mae Tha sub-district in northern Thailand are everyone's image of a perfect sanctuary, which they are. 3 centuries ago, the first people came here to escape wars, to seek refuge from natural disasters, and to find peace, and for a while they did. But about the time this village of Mae Tha was settled in the mid-19th century, things began to go very wrong. A forest reserve was declared, and the government granted concessions to several private companies to log. For a century, the people who depended so heavily on these forests for their livelihood suffered greatly from the degradation. They needed the forest for food, medicinal plants, fuel, and for drinking water from its streams, and they had a spiritual kinship with these trees. However, these descendants of refugees are tough and resourceful people, and they search for ideas to protect their forest resources and improve their livelihoods. They began with collective action. Through committees set up at both village and tambon level, logging was banned in watershed areas and regulations drafted to balance forest use and protection. In the 1990s, they embarked on community-based natural resource management, and they gained the support of RECOFTC program with its training and advice on community forestry. An early community forestry leader was Kun Anand.
ว่าการดูแลรักษาทรัพยากรโดยเฉพาะคำว่าป่าชุมชนเป็นภาษาใหม่ของชาวบ้านหรือเป็นภาษาใหม่ของระบบราชการไทยเราฉะนั้นคำว่าป่าชุมชนก็รู้จักอาจารย์สมศักดิ์เข้ามาให้ข้อมูลชาวบ้านก็รู้ว่าป่าชุมชนคืออะไร
We first knew about RECOF from Dr. Somsak, who was executive director at that time. He introduced us to the words community forestry, which was very new to us. Later on, we understood community forestry as the forest that we've been managing, looking after and benefited from. RECOF selected Mae Tha community as the case study for community forestry. It turned to be the greatest opportunity for us to share experiences with people who attended RECOF activities since 1988. We've been supported by RECOF since then. หรือเป็นหน่วยงานหนึ่งที่ให้การสนับสนุนให้กับชุมชนแม่ทามาตลอด
The concept is not far removed from their traditional practices of working together at special times, like planting at the start of the rice growing season and maintaining the water irrigation systems vital for their agricultural and domestic consumption. Land title throughout Asia is a sensitive issue, and here it was decided to classify all land use and community forests in the sub-district. Government agencies, including Mae Tha National Park, accepted the authority of the Mae Tha organisations, who set about establishing forest boundaries for each village, marking out both conserved and utilised forest areas, which often adjoined villages. After negotiations, the boundaries were gazetted. Waterways were excavated, and communities shared responsibilities for their cleaning and upkeep. The people of Mae Tha realised early how important is the source of this water, the watershed in the mountains that surrounded them. Its waters feed the paddy fields downstream, but many communities are still unwilling to accept the joint responsibility of watershed management, and education on benefit sharing of such a natural resource is an ongoing project. Mae Tha sub-district also follows community regulations governing the use of timber and non-timber forest products such as bamboo shoots and wild vegetables. On this vacant piece of land rests the hopes of the community's next major project, the building of a new community centre. It will replace the current centre, which is well past its use-by date. The location is noisy, the building tired and unsatisfactory for training. However, despite the conditions, a staff of over 30 work here on study tours and training courses on sustainable agriculture and forest management. The new building will be a knowledge-based centre for Tambon Mae Tha and for the watershed network. It will help train more and more people on sustainable agriculture and sustainable watershed management through regular meetings, workshops, trainings and demonstration. Much of the work will generate income.
ถ้ามีเป้าหมายจริงแต่ว่าคนจากข้างนอกโดยเฉพาะปีที่แล้วที่เข้ามาศึกษา
If we have the place as a learning centre, first the people from outside, for example last year we had 1,080 visitors, will be able to access the information in the centre.
ชุมชนเราเอง
We are targeting 500 people to be trained. The centre will serve people within our community, outside the community, and foreigners who do research and case studies. Second, the villagers will have a place to study and research, such as the agricultural demonstration farm and the knowledge centre, which will be more convenient than ever.
Mae Tha has seen some turbulent times in its serene setting, but through the enterprise of its people and with the support of organisations like RECOFT, it can proudly claim today to be the model for Thailand's northern region.